ABC 10 Boston, Boston's most accurate forecast.
So let's talk more about that flooding. Pamela Gardner, I know this is something you and our team here were tracking up in Vermont. It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. And river flood warnings continue along some of the rivers in Vermont and New Hampshire. But there is dramatic improvement today as the water does recede. However, keep in mind, it's going to be hot this weekend and pretty dry across northern New England, but it's not the type of weekend you want to be in any of these waters that have receded because the flood did move a lot of debris. It's still muddy, it's still gross and dangerous with some undercurrents that are going to be swiftly rolling by. So something to keep in mind there. Improvement today across the Winooski, across Jeffersonville in Vermont there, the river, and Connecticut River too, along the New Hampshire-Vermont border, all receding, all getting under flood stage once we get into Saturday morning. All those warnings will be dropped. First alert live radar, yeah, we have some rain down to our south and west and a couple of showers across the North Country. Not concerned with any flooding for this weekend or any additional heavy pockets of rain up north, but it's south where we have the rain threat increasing over the next 24 hours into tomorrow being the peak of it. Some scattered showers are still found across the Cape and the islands, and we have a lot of cloud cover around too. This is a result of a stationary front that's draped right across southern New England and down across the mid-Atlantic and across the Carolinas up through even D.C. They're under a threat for flash flooding. So we're going to see some of that action setting up because we have a blocking area of high pressure, Bermuda high, right over near Bermuda, area of low pressure down to the south that has some tropical characteristics, but it is not a tropical storm technically. It will bring us some tropical downpours, though, and lots of heavy rainfall. And there you see that the winds right there, straight from the south, right from the ocean, giving us ample moisture in the atmosphere and tropical downpours as a result. So any storm or shower that develops can be very efficient in wringing out all the water in the atmosphere, and that's why we are dealing with a flood threat for tomorrow. Now, for the rest of today, an isolated shower will be about, and this is due to the fact that we just have a very hot and humid air mass in place, and some daytime heating can pop some of these showers, plus we're near that stationary boundary. That boundary lifts a little farther to the north, and so therefore we bring in the heavy rain overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Saturday morning, waking up to tons of downpours and a couple rumbles of thunder too. Not anticipating severe weather in terms of damaging wind or hail, but it's going to be the flood threat, the heavy rain that we are watching, and frequent lightning a possibility as well. But 12:45 Saturday, it's still quite rainy out here, and more of those showers then slowly pivot more towards the Cape and Islands, dissipate and head offshore. Much of the day is going to be pretty rainy across southern New England, with isolated showers getting as far north as Manchester and even lingering for some parts of the afternoon, but not quite as widespread. So we're looking at 1 to 3 inches of rain in some select areas, depending on where the heaviest showers set up. Flood watch tonight through Saturday night for all of us here in Boston and Massachusetts away from Cape Cod. 85 degrees right now. Whew, it's a little soupy. Dew points not as bad as yesterday, but it's a great beach day today. Isolated spot shower temperatures in the 80s as we see a little light breeze, temps in the 80s all along the coast from south to north. But watch out because there is still a moderate rip current risk as we go through the day. So always swim near a lifeguard if you have to be in the water. But that water temp has cooled off. It's been very chilly because of the offshore wind the last couple of days. So it's down into the low 60s for some. Saturday, rainy and swampy. Sunday, though, Melody, that's when we have a break in the humidity, even though it turns hot.